So I decided to do the service learning project this semester. Um, Originally going into it, I had a project already lined up with someone that I knew that was starting a podcast. And they just wanted some social media help getting that promoted and everything. Um, so in the process of kind of working with them, talking with them, I wouldn't even say it went as far as like getting started, but it was just kind of the communication process. Um, I quickly transferred into actually a different project. And how that came about is I work at an elementary school. It's brand new this year, so everything's fresh, everything is a first. Um, and I was approached by the principal of the school just kind of asking questions about design because he knew that I was going into that field for work and for studying and stuff. So he asked me some questions, and then it quickly transferred into me actually taking on the elementary school yearbook. Um, and so I did offer to him that I could do it for him as a service. So what that kind of looked like, what my project looked like, was obviously designing the yearbook. So designing like the graphics in the yearbook. And that's what I mostly thought it would be. And then I quickly realized that it was much more than just designing. For example, some things were is I had to make the photo database and I had to organize that to make it an easier process of converting those school pictures into a classroom so it could go onto the yearbook page. So a lot of time was spent on just organizing those names and those pictures and making sure kids had the right name to their picture. So that was a lot of hours spent on just that alone. So after I was able to get that transfer from the picture database to the yearbook, it was a pretty smooth process from there. It was just designing the pages, putting the graphics, putting images on the pages, just making it really cute and kiddish so kids can enjoy it. I would say the biggest challenge that I faced was the desire to get every kid in the yearbook. And when you have close to 600 kids, it gets kind of hard. So I was constantly working with the teachers, making sure, for one, we had all the kids in their class on their page. So that was one thing. And then making sure the kid's name was spelled right, as well as making sure we were taking the kids that had specifically requested to be out of the yearbook off and out of the yearbook. So there was a lot of making sure people were in the yearbook that needed to be in the yearbook, making sure kids that weren't in the yearbook that could not be in the yearbook. Overall, I think it was a really great experience. It really pushed me to get out of my comfort zone and find the confidence in myself as a designer and as an artist, really. Though a lot of it was just getting the graphics in the program. So the yearbook was in a program, so I didn't have to make my own graphics. It was just kind of there set out for me, and I just kind of placed it where I wanted it. And so it wasn't so much using my artistic ability in the actual design or the actual creating process and making my own graphics, but it was placing them and designing it in that way. But I think it really helped me to realize as an artist that I'm valuable in what I do, no matter what it is. And from this experience, seeing the principal, seeing my skills that I used within the yearbook and designing. I have been offered paying projects for the school now. So that was a really big bonus to doing this service for my job, is showing my experience and showing my talent and being able to be offered commission for future projects. So overall, I think the service learning project is really beneficial as an artist because you get to put your work and your name out there on something that maybe at the moment isn't being paid for, but it's getting out there, it's getting your name out there, and it's showing your skill set for the future projects and the future commissions that you may get from someone seeing this and things like that. So I thought it was really fun, and it was a lot of work, and there was a lot of nights crying over it because it wasn't going the way I wanted or it was getting too stressful. But in the end, I think it challenged me as an artist and it challenged me as a person. So yeah.